Another season, another classic Gigguk video, and I, as the self-proclaimed seasonal anime warlord, who literally goes over like every relevant weekly seasonal and actually watches it in 1x speed, analyzes, reacts. I'll give you my take on Gigguk's choices now. I hear that this video was taken down. Well, not taken down. There was like age restriction going on when it came out like yesterday. So lucky me, I waited, and I am now being rewarded. Why is Gigguk looking so? This looks like a Valentine's commercial.
I love curry. I got new merch. It's available at dominar.shop. Links in description. And now, time for my coveted intro.
That's a very interesting ad. 5 seconds immediately. I love curry!
I love curry. I got new merch. It's available at dominar.shop. Links in description. And now...
Does that make you want to buy it? Interesting marketing. Whoa. That's a man, by the way. This is a woman that had a wig on to fool other people in the anime called Liar Game. Anyways, does that make you want to buy the merch? Interesting marketing. I don't know. Maybe it would, maybe it wouldn't.
Time for my coveted intro about the new anime season where I complain about there being too many shows. Oh my god, there's too many bloody shows! Ah!
Yeah. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Chill, chill, daddy. Chill. Oh! His face. Bro's turning that shit. He's twisting that in his mouth. What's he doing? The fuck?
Ah, Drops of God. An anime about expert...
What? You see his friends? The sheer look in this guy's face, like, what the fuck was that? Okay, sure.
Drops of God. An anime about expert
Drops of
sommelier
God.
wine lovers. And to everyone who says that's just
Oh, no way. This is a pretentious wine tasting anime?
alcoholics written in cursive.
I haven't seen this one.
Blind tasting ですか?
Blind.
Jacob's Creek Chardonnay 1991. Drink!
When I first read the manga of this, I had
Have you seen TikToks of fine wine tasting guys where the dude literally like listens to the cup? Bro fucking pours the thing in, and there's like a minimum wage server that's just pouring the fucking drink. He got no clue. And this pretentious guy's like twisting it and like listening for the fucking bubbles to pop. Drinks it, shakes the guy's hand. And it's just like the most performative thing I've ever seen, but it's also funny because I think they're aware that it's performative.
no interest in wine, but I don't know. Something about the concept of having a Japanese king of wine who died and will leave his one treasure of his vast wine collection to the one person that can go out into the world and find the singular best bottle of wine that may or may not exist appealed to. Oh my god.
This is just One Piece.
But it's fucking Wine Piece.
The One Piece is real!
I actually think an anime like this would be a great concept for a sports anime, because a sports anime is not really like actually a sport. I think sports anime is more fun when the sport is something so not sport-like, like competitive wine drinking. This shit could go hype.
Bottle of wine that may
Like I can already think of like a group called like Tokyo Elite 4 or some shit, you know? Like the 4 most pretentious wine taster in all of Tokyo, and they're like the elites that you gotta take down, you know, like the fucking Yonko or something from One Piece.
or may not exist appealed to. Oh my god, it's fucking Wine Piece.
The One Piece is real!
The Wine Piece, baby. Bald. Jesus. Whoa! Anyways. How's that wine,
Tell
bro?
you what though, folks, that's bloody nice.
Bosh!
またバグで動かねえ。早く出ねえかな。修正パッチ。
Oh man, imagine waiting for a game to patch when you can play a game that's just come out instead. Like, didn't Everness just release? Is that the sponsor of today's video?
Oh, I thought the sponsor was today's intro section in the 5 seconds.
Oh yes. That's right, my fellow gacha gamers, the wait is finally over. I've already had the chance to give this
How is this, by the way? I haven't really seen many, like, on my YouTube recommendations, I haven't gotten a single NTE video. Most of it's still Chaos Zero Nightmare because I guess I just play that, right? But like usually, anytime a big new gacha drops, like the usual gacha content creators would all just start making reviews or analysis videos, and it would kind of go viral. Like this one, I've heard it. Yeah, the AI slop drama, right? Yeah, there's some Iron Mouse drama. Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. Nothing about the actual game itself. It's kind of sad, huh?
Game and test run, and it was cooking hard back then, so I am beyond excited to be able to get stuck in the official 1.0 launch version now that it's finally here. But just in case this is the first time you're hearing about it, Neverness to Everness is the world's first anime-styled urban open world RPG. There's a massive
urban. I'm like, anime open world, bro. Everyone just been fucking chasing the Genshin formula over and over again. Not everything is a clone, but like, come on. But I guess like the aspect of this is like GTA anime open world.
Urban environment broken down into 5 distinct city districts for you to explore either on foot or in a huge variety of different vehicles. The city
Can you run people over?
itself is an expansive supernatural metropolis where humanity coexists with anomalies and urban legends. There's NPCs to interact with, dynamic weather and time of day cycles. You can explore inside buildings themselves, and on the topic of supernatural, there is, yeah, get this, a working public transport system.
No way.
I know, right? London can never.
Let's not talk about the Americans.
It's a setting you can engage with through a variety of different game modes. Of course, there's a single player campaign, but also there's online multiplayer racing as well.
And you can have a wheelchair as a skin for a car.
But knowing me, the thing I'll be spending the most time doing is aimlessly, but also there's online multiplayer racing as well. But knowing me, the thing I'll be spending the most time doing is aimlessly exploring the city for hours and getting distracted by everything. The peak, open...
Yeah, that's the fun about the open world, but that doesn't last very long, right? It's like a... It's like a, you know, honeymoon period, and you do it and you just forget about it.
World experience. To celebrate the official release, you can grab yourself hundreds of free pulls and even get a guaranteed S-Class character just by leveling up.
Shout out to Gigguk though, right? Listen, I'm being a shameless fucking reactor, so go. Here's a link if you care about Neverness, the Everness. You know, go play GTA anime game with this link and go get it.
Anime. We got our usual boatload of sequels. Classroom of the Elite, Dr. Stone, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten, and Iruma-kun are still going strong, even though I'm not caught up to these series just yet. ReZero is now apparently
fucking LARPer, not even caught up. I'm really enjoying Iruma-kun. I guess he's just gonna quickly go over these. Iruma-kun season 4. If you're not caught up, this is gonna be like, what the fuck is this? I would recommend you to honestly read the manga. The anime is decent, but the anime is a PowerPoint presentation. It is better than other PowerPoint presentation animes, right? And I think that the voice acting and certain scenes, the story carries, but now that I actually read the manga to get caught up to where we are, I just realized that, damn, they're doing this anime kind of dirty. But still, the music festival, the music is popping off. This anime, if you're into that vanilla shit, yeah, go for it. But it's like, we're literally getting spoiled rotten. And you know what? The anime title says it. It's literally The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten Season 2. What the fuck did you expect? Season 1 at least had a bit of like drama and friction of like, what are we? You know, can we accept each other? And then they got lovey and dovey. That honestly, the lovey dovey shit started right away too. If you are into the wholesome vanilla love shit, go watch it. But some of us watching it, it is like we're getting actual diabetes. Dr. Stone, one of these days we'll cover it in here. One of these days. And Class of the Elite, bro. What a glow up. Genuinely. 4 seasons. Well, technically 3. 3 seasons of just mid. Not really mid, but like, it's not like the production value is like, wow, you know? The story has always been there. It's always interesting to watch mind game animes, and there's a bit of cringe corniness that, you know, appeals to us. But seasons 1 to 3 is Studio Lurch, and the way they handle it just fucking, it's weird. Still Studio Lurch, but something changed. The overall direction, the pacing, the art style being more one-to-one with the light novel, even this scene that shows all these different background characters, right? Like, it's kind of crazy how starting from like year 2 stuff, they're trying to be more consistent to the source material, try to not really cut all that shit out, and I'm enjoying it a lot. Season 4, this new production line, you know, the director, same studio again, I am so happy that Classroom D at least getting this treatment. Like, it's genuinely like, what a miracle.
Even though I'm not caught up to these series just yet, ReZero is now apparently in one of the peak arcs of the entire series, according to light novel readers, and that makes me even more excited for this one, because I already...
Yeah, he's gonna get disappointed. There is an over-glazed expectation placed onto arc 6 right now, right? And it's taking some time to ramp up. For episode 3 and episode 5 definitely stands out in being like, whoa, what the fuck just happened, right? Or sorry. Was it episode 3 and episode 4? Basically, it was the episode where, you know, Shala shooting us down. or you know we're trying to kill Ram, right? Other than that, nice story, slow burn, just waiting for something to happen though.
Already enjoyed season 3 immensely. I got reincarnated as a slime. It's into its 4th season now, and this time it's coming back with 5 whole cores. That's like 60 plus episodes, so I can't wait to see more.
I'm just a hater. That's right. 50 chat ReZero tours coming in on the ReZero day. All they do is blindly just glaze ReZero. They have nothing other to do. Are you really gonna say, you know what I think? I think you're a hater to other anime. If you're genuinely gonna sit here and think that what's come out of ReZero so far is like the best anime you've ever seen, I think you're just another fucking retard that just watches only one show. There are so many other animes airing right now that are so underrated that's not even getting half the attention, even though it's doing more than ReZero. It's so crazy how like stupid and ignorant these blind glazers are. They only watch one thing. They have no understanding of anime itself, and they're just like, wow, the story of the light novel's so good, but we're talking about the fucking anime. It's fucking crazy to me, bro. Get out of here. Goodbye. I don't have time for you. Like, go away. Fucking following this month. It's fucking weird tours that comes in. All they do is just blind glaze. Just literally more shameless than Free Run Season 2, by the way. Remember that situation? Just be a bit fucking honest, you insecure little pussies.
More of this.
Luke is
Tensura, you know, let it play.
going to use his laser pointer to point to account setup. Then a whole new no. Luke.
Season 1 of Wistoria.
Yeah. Tensura as well. Except there's no expectations for Tensura. So Tensura, like these isekai shows, they are really slow burn. Not everything's just gonna be popping off. Like with story, I guess, right? It's gonna take some fucking time. And I think a lot of people are spoiled in hype shit happening over and over and over again, right? So Tensura, again, the meetings are happening. I think that the overall compositing of the new season is much better. I think that there's not that crazy of an upgrade, but definitely an upgrade, right? The meetings, some of the stuff happening with like the Western Front with like the Council of Humans, like the most recent one, that was actually pretty fun. Maribel lore backstory, that's getting pretty fun too. But man, we are just like just stuck in the dungeon, smurfing. And you know what? If you wanna like enjoy Tensura OVA, like Tensura Nikki, you know, stuff like that, listen, I'm down for just no vertical progression in the story, just horizontal scaling, slice of life bullshit. I'm fine to enjoy that. But when you are given just this lackluster season that then extends onto more meetings, man, the hardcore people will keep watching, but the normies, they're like, what are we fucking doing? And I don't blame them.
Last episode, so I can't wait to see more of this.
Luke is going to use his
So then is the fault on the production committee or like the, you know, the studio that's adapting it, that's not realizing how to adapt this? I don't agree with that. I think that maybe the author is an L, like this current arc, the stretch is too slow. Maybe the fault isn't in one place and it's just a bunch of things together.
laser pointer to point to account setup. Then a whole new no. Luke.
Season 1 of Wistoria was a boatload of fun, so I'm excited to see what Season 2 has been cooking. We even got a sentence of a bookworm. If you're an isekai fan, you are absolutely...
What do you mean you're looking forward to its cooking? You're supposed to give me the fucking review. Are you watching Season 2? I hope I'm not misunderstanding him. Bro, this shit is fucking crazy. We just ended on prologue. Literally, like, Vinland Saga shit. Like, bro, this shit just ended last week as prologue done, and I'm like, oh, Wistoria won a sword. To nitpick, the episode before the last one, I think was better. I think the dramatic buildup and every character just popping off and the death and the fake outs and oh my god, the aura farming, that shit was better. The most recent one that ended the prologue, standard action hype. Kind of shameless padding with the watch time, right? They just slapped in the full fucking ending after they said prologue done, which, listen, the Shui reaching for the light, great song. A lot of recap scenes were nice Sakuga moments, so I'm not going to complain too much, but kind of shameless, standard action, very fun still.
We even got a sentence of a bookworm. If you're an isekai fan, you are absolutely feasting with these sequels coming out, but of course...
A Sentence of a Bookworm Season 4 went viral for everything but the story. the opening with studios outsourcing, you know, the opening to Vietnamese staff, and they were using AI generative tools in the background, and there was a big drama happening. It's just so sad to see. I was like, oh, people are talking about sensible, you know, Bookworm. We were just catching up, covering 3 fucking seasons because I heard that Wit Studios gonna be adapting it. The story is fun if you're an enjoyer of like Civilization, like Tensor stuff, right? You're just there and it's world building slow, and you're slowly climbing up the ladders of society. You're gonna enjoy it. The production value is extremely limited though, right? It is basically a PowerPoint anime. It still got its charm. But I think the charm is simply the story carrying it, and the story is also not being done justice, in my opinion. Season 4 with studios showed up. Character design changes, better compositing, I guess. We're gonna wait for some actual key animation to happen, but revisiting some of the scenes that happened last season, right? They redid some of the most important scenes, some action sequences here and there. So I'm like, okay, it's not too crazy an upgrade, but it's definitely a positive. Nothing too much to say. It's standard fun.
Fan, you are absolutely feasting with these sequels coming out, but of course, I've saved the best till last because we got the highly anticipated, the beginning after the end season.
So fucking bad that we literally dropped it. Do you understand how crazy that is? That in my channel, of all fucking channels, that we dropped an isekai? Like, we literally finished dog shit isekai for the love of the game because there's some charm to it. The most recent one, right? I think the most recent one would have to be this. Caught TV, you know, what's it called? Hero rom-com. The most recent one. Not this one. The Hero's Party. Cute Girl Hero Party episode. Like, in the beginning, it's kind of like a crazy concept of like, bro, you picked up a cute card. Like, basically, it's like a demon lord. The general is the main character, isekai, and bro, like, fell in love with like the priestess of the Hero Party. It was scuffed, but it has a charm to it. The fact that I'm dropping, you know? The fact that I'm literally dropping to beta is like, wow, it must be that fucking garbage, huh? Wait, where were we? I think we were right over here. The reason we dropped it too was because it was going on its own story. Like, apparently, like, we watched this because it was bad and it's fun to watch a train wreck, but more so than that, it's the story, right? The anime may be bad, but the story that it's adapting apparently is really good. But season 2 started off doing its like anime only stuff, and I was like, whoa, what's going on? And apparently they're kind of back on the main plot, but I'm like, listen, if you're gonna do your own anime only stuff, I'm out.
And guys, sorry, wrong player. And guys, you may hate me for saying this, but this looks like a genuine improvement. Look, there's actual movements. I think we've doubled the frame count now.
From 0 to 1. What an improvement. Let's go.
To 10. I'm just saying, if this improvement rate continues, by the time season 20 hits, Invincible season 4 might just have some crazy competition.
Did he just steal Ellen Historian's line? Whoa. That joke was, dude, Ellen Historian literally has been setting this shit up saying incremental increase. Guys, just imagine what's gonna happen. like 10% each time by volume 12. I don't see the vision. But now I see that Gigguk is stealing your jokes, Ellen Historian. Someone tell him this, bro. Someone tell him this. Make Ellen Historian make a fucking short out of it.
It's like, hey, everybody look at me. I'm 1 part robot and 3 parts asshole.
Jesus Christ!
That's fucked up. That's fucked up. You know what? I appreciate Akane Banashi for being the queen of shonen in a genre where it's dominated by what? Hype, unga bunga battle, right? For an anime, for a series to be about traditional Japanese storytelling, Rakugo to appeal, that's something. But when I watch the anime, a part of me kind of is like, yeah, I know what you're saying. It's hard to, there's also a cultural barrier, there's a language barrier, and it's really hard to really get into a person just schizo dialogue storytelling to themselves, you know what I mean?
Parts asshole.
Jesus Christ!
Anime has this amazing power of getting you invested in niche activities you'd never even heard of before, and I'm sure a bunch of new gen fans are about to discover Rakugo thanks to Akane Banashi.
No, they won't. New gen fans, no, they won't watch this shit. They fucking. There's zero. What is the chance that a JJK Demon Slayer or even like a Kagurabachi enjoyer would watch Akane Banashi? I just don't see it. The average person, there's gonna be outliers. You think there's a fucking overlap? New gen, they don't have the patience for this. And on top of that, Netflix is dropping the ball, or Crunchyroll, I forget. They're fucking up the release of it. They're not releasing it on time. This shit's not even airing right now, technically.
Now, if this is your first show about Rakugo and don't know what it is, it's a traditional art of Japanese storytelling where a lone performer recites stories while sat down, using only minimal props and movements to convey the
Oh, the music is slowing down. He's setting us up.
characters through subtle changes in their pitch, their tone,
God,
and
this manga runs in the same magazine as Jujutsu Kaisen.
it's yapping with aura. This is a Shonen Jump
True. We just needed a domain expansion, man. We just needed one of that.
adaptation that turns Rakugo into a revenge plot with battles, tournament arcs, and aura coming from the director
The aura is fucking crazy.
whose latest works include Witch Hat Atelier. Because directing one anime of the season contender wasn't enough.
I want more.
This is one of the best examples of how anime can make a gripping, engaging story around an activity you have zero interest in. Because guys, remember, this isn't just yapping. It's yapping Japan.
あいつの落語には
So sensual. It's a sensual. Why am I laughing so hard at these jokes? I haven't laughed this hard at a Gigguk video in a while. I don't know, the jokes usually go over my head, but something about just shitting on Rakugo, literally shitting right now. This is stupid. It's just a fucking fart joke, bro. Domain expansion. New Tenkai. Oh!
Ew. Oh, here's an actual unique concept. What if the
I have no hate for Akane Banashi. I tried it out. Unfortunately, the YouTube audience isn't there, and I don't blame, you know, this show not doing well in like internationally. Domestic wise, again, there's like a cultural language barrier, and it's really hard to just get in and talk about these stories that, because like the stories are expected that you kind of already know, and they're kind of showing like the highlights of said stories. And I do think it's cool how they're able to make this boring, you know, traditional storytelling. Because like, listen, the new gen kids don't care about that, but the way that they portrayed the aura, right, the compelling dialogue through the animation power, like, god damn, bro, like the episode 1, that shit was pretty epic. It's just unfortunate. It is what it is.
powers of each season was given to 4 individuals.
Oh, this is an anime and Ramparts of Ice, 2 anime that I've missed out on that people have been begging me to watch over and over again. Unfortunately, we missed it. It is what it is.
And these agents were the ones responsible for the changing of seasons around the world. Spring fucks off and Japan doesn't see cherry blossoms for a decade. Assassins are hired to try and murder the agents of winter. No idea about whose idea that was, and right from the very first episode, you feel the emotional weight the story tries to tell. Which should come as no surprise coming from the creator of Violet Evergarden. And while Kyoto Animation isn't animating this one, Studio Wit is definitely a worthy successor with how beautiful these early episodes looked. Pair
which
that with
studio?
Kensuke Ushio doing Kensuke Ushio things, and I definitely felt the emotions coming out watching these characters bawl their eyes out, finally being able to experience the beautiful turning of spring once again. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here in Thailand like, oh shit.
God, that's disgusting. And it's only May. Holy fuck. It's been getting cooked over here in British Columbia, Canada, too. It reached like 30 degrees yesterday. That was fucked. The production of this looks dazzling, stunning. The art just vivid, just wow, tranquil. Which studios is doing this? Kensho Ushio, right? The soundtrack composer sounds really good. Yeah, I bet it is a good anime. It's just, you know, I can't cover everything, but definitely one of these days, maybe we could. Probably not, because I think this type of anime is going to be like a passion project, and we're already taking so many L's already.
Watching these characters bawl their eyes out, finally being able to
Yeah, I could definitely see this anime being like an underrated anime that has no motion, because like people like these type of anime, it's so hard to appeal to the wide audience. Right? It's gonna be an underrated niche anime for the people that actually appreciate it, and you know what? That's cool in itself.
experience the beautiful turning of spring once again. Oh shit, winter's finally here. Oh shit, spring's finally here.
It's just hot always in Thailand, huh?
Oh shit, autumn's finally here. There's always one show every season I
Hell
know is going to
yeah!
slip under everyone's radar, and this time it's the turn of Nippon
Nippon!
Sangoku. When I first saw the trailer of this, I thought this was going to be another historical anime, but no. In fact, it's set in the future. A future where Japan has gone through a revolution, and the USA and China have both teamed up to overthrow Japan. The ruined Japan has been split up into 3 powers, and from the ashes we follow the rise of its new strategist, John Sangoku, a smart man lacking in motivation until his wife gets executed, head put in a box, and decides to fight back against the murderers by spouting logic and philosophy. Blood literally looked at his wife killers in the eye and hit him with the yes, if you couldn't tell, this is
Shout out to the orb. That's right.
the yes, if you couldn't tell, this is
Yeah, that reminds me of the Tokyo Ghoul memes when people would used to just play just a bit of the oh shit, damn, you know, just like the TK opening.
Romance of the Three Kingdoms meets post-apocalyptic Japan in one of the most stylized, visually distinct series in the entire season. And if that wasn't enough of a reason to put this show on your radar, I heard some random Aussie bloke was doing the music for it too. Alright guys, recent studies have shown that
I think that Nippon Sangoku is actually just amazing. The production value for this anime is, wow, stunning. That first episode, one of the best pilot episodes of the season. The direction of this anime is beautiful. You just have to watch it. The camera angles, the lens usage, the environmental reaction with said camera during like when they're in the water or the snow. It's just very artistic, and it's hard to describe it in words until you actually see the anime. The hyper detailed like mouth and expressions, like especially when you go to, you know, Taira, remember the fat Debu guy, the way that they're able to just like make you feel so grossed out, it just feels so surreal sometimes, like the over exaggerations again and the focus of the mouth and the lips and the teeth, and it really adds onto the character acting. I think that this is such a good anime. Again, very underrated anime. We're definitely taking L's. Like, this is a passion project we're doing on YouTube. I don't really have any intention to drop it because I think it's a fascinating story. And if you are a fan of mind games, right? If you're a fan of Classroom the Elite, right? Basically, the story is the main character and the Baldy here, right? The Baldy has to literally deal with this tyrant who is fucking everything up in their home. And, you know, like your biggest op is your fucking ruler, and you're trying to figure out how do we, you know, just to survive. How do we strategize while there's other war happening? And it's actually really fun. It's genuinely really fun. You should check it out.
was doing the music for it too. Alright guys, recent studies have shown that the new generation is drinking less alcohol. How do we get those sales numbers back up? Ooh, I got it. I got an answer. If you're gonna say cute girls drink alcohol.
Bocchi the Rock kind of did that for a bit with Bocchi's sensei, right?
Told you, that's too basic nowadays. We need to add something more to...
No, I think that would do well. Or like MILFs drinking alcohol. I don't know. Just like, usually that saves everything. Just cute girls doing something.
Spice things up. Gay. Make them gay.
Cute lesbian Yuri girls drinking alcohol?
Wine.
Another wine anime?
God, you may have the world's 12 finest wines, you may have your fancy sommeliers, you can decanter it from such a height, but what's the point unless you can watch some cute anime girls do the activity instead? And best of...
He's right, man. Cute anime girls are powerful. The appeal of moe culture is just too much, man. Literally just take whatever and replace it with chibi moe girls, and it's gonna have some crazy reach.
Before you got a dorm full of them, and we all know what that means in the world of anime. Gay girls. Guys, just because we have an all-female cast doesn't mean they're gay.
Whoa.
Oh,
Yeah?
they're gay. Super gay. Come on, can you not tell?
Oh shit! Gabby. It's actually so fucked up she did that. For the people that aren't fully aware what's going on, there's a high chance that these villagers are not real people. The grandma seems to have this weird power to create these artificial humans, right? That's kind of like what the sister is, the one that was shackled. So it was just so odd that this girl showed up as like this evil incarnate, and then they just like made her so cute and adorable. And I'm like, did we just forget about the massacre that happened? And the only way to rationalize this is they're not real people.
Woo! Damn, what is this show? A new fantasy action from Studio Bones? Alright, now this looks like Bones at their prime. This is the type of show you drop everything to immediately... Oh, it's from the author of Fullmetal Alchemist?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I can wait a bit before I watch it.
That's a meme, right? Because he still hasn't watched Fullmetal Alchemist like me. I still haven't watched Brotherhood. I'm begging for this shit to get fucking added onto our YouTube polls whenever we do a community series next. One of these days we'll be watching it. But this is my first story that I'm watching, I guess, or just like experiencing from this author. This anime is so fun. Like, I was worried that after the first 2 episodes of the crazy hook, that it would kind of wind down. No, it's going strong and the people are enjoying it. The exposition, the world building, the mystery surrounding the parents, you know, what happens if you have break and seal, the slice of life and the comedy happening from mountain people experiencing modern world. It's actually really fun to watch every week.
I mean, I guess I can wait a bit before I watch it. Demons of the Shadow Realm, the return of FMA author teaming up with Studio Bones in an anime that feels like it's walked straight out of Prime late 2000s.
Yeah, and the production value, of course, very, very solid.
Action fantasy show. I mean, just look at this. We are so back. There's our main character, Ryan Hawk.
Holy shit. Yeah, I see the hair. People are like, yo, they look. I'm like, what are you talking? Like, I haven't seen. Like, what are you talking? I don't know what you're saying. I see.
Hawkeye, there's Ed, Elric, NBC.
Gabby's the main character?
Hawkeye, there's Ed,
Kinda?
Elric, NBC here. Oh man, I can't wait for Troy Mustang.
Oh my god, bro. I mean, it makes sense that you're gonna have like similar stuff.
Here. Oh man, I can't wait for Troy Mustang to come over with his fire glass. I don't know what I'm talking about. By far the biggest draw for me though is, spoilers for episode 1 if you want to go in blind, the setting.
Yeah.
You thought this was a historic...
Actually, that's episode 2, where they're evacuating the mountain. Gigguk don't even watch the fucking anime, bro. He probably watching that shit on 2x speeds. Episode 1 spoilers, that's episode 2 spoilers.
Cool Demon Slayer ass fantasy setting? Nah, it's the modern day with cars and helicopters. You've got demons who can gobble up people and fighting spirits with superhuman strength. And, well, also there's the secret technique that's been passed down the Armstrong line for generations.
Oh god. Oh, that's right. Yeah, they all died.
I'm an absolute sucker for settings that combine...
Oh shit, I forgot about this guy. Yo, is he still at the village? He was like a pretty close friend of the main character, right? He survived. And then the sister let him live when she was leaving, right? He was like cowering and it's like, yeah, he gotta come back. There's no way he doesn't come. That village is so mysterious. And like he had some relevance in the beginning. Nah, don't forget about this character, man. Don't forget about this guy.
I'm an absolute sucker for settings that combine traditional fantasy power systems in the modern day. So it turns out the secret to finally getting me to watch Fullmetal Alchemist was for it to not be Fullmetal Alchemist. Now every season I go through the spiel of highlighting the same 20 copy-paste isekai shows that come out, and I get it. You're tired of seeing the same stories catering towards the most unrealistic self-insert power fantasies, so
Okay, are we gonna talk about the Gyaru? I can't wait for him to cover the rom-com series where it's like one, you know, beta nerd and Gyaru waifus.
I think it's time we just focus on the original things going on in other genres. Like gals can't be kind to otaku.
I saw that shit a mile away. You're like, this is a true power fantasy, okay? And there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with these kind of shows appealing to the losers. And listen, it sounds mean that I'm just calling the people losers that watch this. But like, it's just like come on, let's just come to reality here. And there's nothing wrong with indulging in it. Like, do you really think this kind of story exists in real life? No, because it's fucking fiction. It's supposed to be this fictional work that appeals to a target demographic because it's business. And a lot of people are like, I can't believe this shit. But then you gotta realize, bro, there's so many animes and series like this that's targeted for women. There's female losers where just a bunch of fucking rich ikemen. Like, look at K-drama. The main character in K-drama is a fucking bum peasant girl that's getting bullied at school by all the fucking rich girls. And then the CEO of a company, the fucking ikemen, is like, oh, baby, I like that you're poor. I'm gonna take care of you. Like, dude, this shit literally happens to both genders, so don't get it twisted.
Now this is a new romance comedy set in high school, and you see, unlike your typical unoriginal isekai protagonist, the main character here is actually a nerd who's a bit shy and socially anxious around girls.
This is the true power fantasy, not isekai harems, man. Because this, I'm telling you, man, like this is like more set in like the real world and like I'm telling you, bro, this is the true power fantasy, not isekai.
Which, you know, is a concept we haven't really seen before in anime. Now, he gets noticed by the popular gyarus in class, and I know what you're thinking. Dress
Why?
up, darling. 2.5D seduction.
Yeah.
Tomozaki-kun. Well,
Yeah.
now, hold on a
What
second.
else?
The twist here, unlike those other shows, is that this gyaru is secretly a nerd. Yeah, I know, right?
You're telling me that the hot popular girl is actually an otaku like me? No way, bro. No way.
Popular girl that likes anime. So, despite being almost polar opposites, they get to bond with the main character through this niche hobby. And I mean, I'm pretty sure the last time we saw a concept like this, the Zenin clan still existed. And then we got
Shoutouts to Did you know that there's a weird section on Twitter, Japanese Twitter, that like glazes Zenny and Ogi? Maki's dad. I've seen so many edits of Ogi as like fucking Gojo or like Sukuna or like it's weird. It's crazy how they set this guy up. It's hilarious.
concept like
Or like Toji.
this, the Zenin clan still existed. And then we got
Nice
I
joke.
fell in love with the second prettiest girl in class. It's
Wait a minute. Weren't we just talking about, you know, hot girl that's secretly a fucking otaku and she's just like me? Wait a minute. It's another one!
I fell in love
I love this anime, by the way. Dude, you gotta watch this anime. The drama is fucking crazy. The rom-com, the character acting is pretty decent too. It's not just like flat static, you know, just like PowerPoint rom-com. I'm genuinely having a lot of fun with this, and I think a lot of people too. I don't want to spoil you and give you all the details, but it is juicy. It's not just, oh, beta loser gets to popular girls. No. There's more to it, and it has to do more with like the girl and her status as the second prettiest girl.
with the second prettiest girl in class. It's a high school romance comedy. And the interesting thing here is that the main character is a nerd, and that's
Yeah.
combined with this idea that he's kind of shy, probably has some social anxiety. But it's okay because he gets noticed by
But like he's different. I feel like he's not really a loser though. He just likes to stay home and play video games and watch shitty movies sometimes on Friday nights, and everyone's treating him like a fucking like pre-isekai Rudy's from Mushoku Tensei. Bro, he's just living his life.
noticed by one of the popular girls
Yeah, he's just a bit mid, that's it.
in class. Now, under any other circumstances, these two would be complete polar opposites, but the real hook is that this girl is also secretly a nerd in the exact same hobby as our main character that they also
No
bond over.
way!
And, I mean, do I need to say anymore? I think the last time we saw a concept like this, the Zenin clan was still fighting. Don't forget the
Bro got away with 2 fucking repeated lines because you know what? Conceptually, shit, they kind of be spamming that. But the execution, right? Just because it's like, wow, girl has similar hobby and that's what gets them into the door. No, you gotta check it out. I think second prettiest girl, Kuranika, is probably my favorite romance anime this season. The more I think about Marriage Toxin is really good too, but that's like romance battle shonen in a way, you know? I'm really enjoying Kuranika though. Definitely check it out. It's the shorthand form also for like a second prettiest girl.
klutzy class president and the girl with the short skirts. It's a romance comedy, this time in high school, about two people who are complete polar opposites with a Gary-inspired design for the main character. Love that concept. The Zenin clan was just murdered the last time we saw that. Mistress Kanan is devilishly easy. It's a romance comedy style.
I really wanted to check this out, but there may be like copyright stuff issues going on, so I'm just gonna skip this real quick. This one looked really cute and adorable, but it looks like it's another one where the Zenin clan gets mentioned again.
Now, it has been that long since we last saw that. I Want to End This Love Game takes an original twist to the romance comedy genre
yeah.
by setting off the story of protagonists starting a new phase in their lives.
Nice.
In high school. It's two characters who both like each other.
Enough high school rom-coms! College rom-com? Middle school rom-com? What do we want instead?
But they don't realize they actually have feelings for one another, so they just drop subtle hints every day like,
愛してるぜミク
and
Wow.
ユキヤ
They might as well have each other's kids and still say, listen, we're just friends.
you know what? I get it. Sometimes you just gotta be upfront with your feelings and not leave any room for ambiguity. Even a replica can fall in love. It's
Whoa.
a high school romance drama with some comedy in it. We've
Okay.
got Gambare Nakamura.
Bro fucking hates the high school setting.
Now, this is a new high school-based comedy with romance aspects to it.
Looks like Ranma here.
We got a shy main character.
The art
Love
style.
to see it, but it also does capture this retro aesthetic that feels exactly like it came out of a time period where you look at a guy acting all nervous and flustered like this and go, "Why are you, mate? Gay?" I mean, look at this guy. So anyway, this is a series about him trying to confess to another man. Curio
What? Because it is a gay show. Okay, so that's a BL show. Got it.
Fan Club. Now, this is one of my favorite new comedies, and it
Okay.
just so happens to be about a romance in high school. This time we have
Amazing.
two girls dealing with social anxiety.
High school. It's like Gigguk's got something against high school settings, man.
キリオくんのそばでおならも聞けないのに
What?
キリオくんがおなら神でもおならはしていいだろもしもキリオくんのおならが
I would smell it and embrace it and never forget the stench of Kami-sama.
引くほど爆音だったら
Wow. Oh! That's a Chainsaw Man reference.
嬉しすぎるほど爆音だったら
Isn't this literally like the what's it called? The snowball throwing flashback scene with Aki and most likely the gun devil blowing this shit out, isn't it? Right. That's season 1.
And by that, I mean anyone in society gets anxious when talking to them. There's even a romance comedy not
Wow.
set in high school.
No, really?
Well, I'm not sure about this one, though. I'm all for anime pushing boundaries with their ideas, but this one might be a bit too experimental for my liking. Okay, now we're talking original. Reincarnation. Imagine you wake up one day and you're 10 years younger. No, you've not de-aged. You've traveled back and woken up as your younger self. Well,
Okay.
that's exactly what happened to Haibara. Imagine everything you could achieve with the knowledge you have. You
Dude, he didn't have to go back in 10 years. He just had to lose a little bit of fucking weight. He's not even that bad. He's just a little bit bloated, bro. It would have taken him like fucking less than half a year to get his shit together.
all your regrets. Buy some Bitcoin. Invest in Nvidia stocks. Warn the world about COVID. The possibilities are endless.
Have you guys heard about the hantavirus? So we're gonna get season 2. Pandemic pretty soon. I've just been scrolling on TikTok and being like, new cases say it's now 6 and 7 people infected by the hantavirus in the cruise ship. I'm like, hell no. Yo, Kiritsugu, where are you, bro? Sink that ship, bro. What are we doing right now? Hell no. Mr. B should have fucking made a tweet. 100 people on a boat or the rest of humanity? Which one do you pick?
So then, my god, he decides to get with the popular girl in school in this new high school romance comedy.
ねえ私の気持ちは
Huh? Oh, Ramparts of Ice. This is the other one that people have been just glazing and glazing. Could be an underrated, you know, godlike anime this season.
Alright, for real though, somehow there's more new romance coming out than seemingly anything else, so it can be hard to pick what to watch, but I did enjoy this one. Yes,
Okay.
it's another romance show in high school, but it does come from the author of one of my favorite romance anime of last season. You and I are polar opposites.
Ah, the art style looks similar here, right? Wait a minute. Right over here. Like some of these girls, right? The eyes, the overall like aesthetic. These girls look familiar.
My favorite romance anime of last season. You and I are polar opposites. And while this one is pretty much the polar opposite of that, one of the hallmarks
Okay.
that remains is that the author
That's such a stupid joke. One of the hallmarks, it's Mark Wahlberg. I don't know, it's just wordplay.
marks that remains is that the author is able to craft insanely relatable moments through its characters, no matter their personalities.
Okay.
So, if I did have to pick a single romance show to watch this season, it would be
This? Oh god!
my God, they did it! It's beautiful! Absolute cinema! Rent a girl!
That's a Rent-A-Girlfriend is airing this season, isn't it? Bro, you playing fucking in the pool right now in Chainsaw Man Reze movie? You know, the craziest thing is, I don't even think about Reze when I listen to the soundtrack. Lobotomy Kaisen has gotten me so much. What I think about now when I hear that song is actually this instead. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. It's this. Ryoiki. Ah. No, Reggie! 5 points awarded to Megumi Fushiguro. I don't know. If you haven't seen it, I pretty much have spoiled out for you. Fuck you. But anyways, that's what I remember now when I just hear about Chainsaw Man movie.
Friend is here, baby. That's right. 15 million copies sold, 400 chapters in, and 9 years still going strong. We're gonna outsell Naruto.
The power of cooks. You can shit on it, you can hate on it, but reality won't change. This anime continues to get adapted. While your favorite shows get forgotten in the dust, and you complain how Rent a Girlfriend is just the most cucked fucking story, and you're right, it is. There's a market for that. And people want this. And it has motion. Whether you like it or not, that's the reality.
So we're gonna outlast One Piece. Look at this prime rating. Just when you think we can't get any lower, this series keeps proving me wrong. We're pushing boundaries with this one, baby.
What happened? Why is he falling into the water fucking crying? I keep seeing this reaction. I'm like, what is going on, bro?
Anyway, let's see what's going on with the isekai this season.
This one, man.
Yep, as expected. Looks like the same old isekai to me. Okay, this feels like it could be an isekai. Is it?
Nah. That doesn't do it justice. This anime is quite perhaps the most ambitious artistic anime of this season. And I'm not even saying it like sarcastically. Look at the scenes here. You notice how it just changes art styles? Like, what the fuck is this, clay animation? This anime is about a story about a guy who basically goes to different worlds to have the most ridiculous reincarnations possible. Because reincarnating as a pretty boy hero that saves the day, there's too long of a queue. You have to wait too many fucking years. So he has to come up with ridiculous things. So I got reincarnated as a rib. Yeah, that's right, a rib cage. Bro got reincarnated as a rib cage for a hero. Bro gets reincarnated as the left doorknob of the Demon Lord's castle. That's right, not the right, the left doorknob. I'm not joking. And it's bizarre. It's crazy. You can sense how much love and passion this studio has when making the episodes. Even in the ending, it'll have custom visuals to show behind the scenes of all the people making the anime come to life, when they have like real people literally in the anime sometimes too. Like the art, the boundaries of creative expressions, this is really pushing it, and I think it's actually really fun. You should check this anime out. It's very weird though. It's gonna be very, very fucking weird, but if you're a fan of isekai and you want some crazy shit that you've never experienced before, check this out.
Yep, as expected. Looks like the same old isekai to me. Okay, this feels like it could be an isekai. Is it an isekai?
I see elf titties, so yeah.
Yep, it's an isekai. Now this seems more like your typical power fantasy.
Strongest job is not a hero. What is it instead? Big titty elf waifu instead?
Look, they're so powerful, there is no way they could lose. They're so far ahead of the competition, they can't throw this. There's no way they can throw this.
Okay. The animation, wait up. That was good. I'm impressed at that arrow animation. I thought like a shitty isekai like that would not get anything. Like, storyboarding there was like pretty decent.
Rumiko Takahashi is still somehow active with a new show after all these years.
What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
Whoa. Mao.
With
looks very old style, yeah.
Ranma getting remade, and now this, we seem to have met her in a very Chinese time in her life. Oh, hell yeah, another assassin anime.
This, one of the... I honestly think this is one of the best animes of the season. I'm gonna still stand on that. The comedy, if you enjoy JoJo's style humor, go watch this. Battle romance show, so fun to watch.
Yeah, another assassin anime.
結婚っていいイメージなかったけどよ。今日お前が話してんのを見て、な悪いもんじゃねえのかなって思った。
Oh, hell yeah, another romance anime.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Bones is here with a double this season, and this one is right out of the Spy Family playbook with another assassin comedy.
God, that first cut, the kidnapping cut right here, the key animation, so fucking good. I was stunned by episode 1. I think one of the strongest first episodes of the season. I think I probably enjoyed this more than Nippon Sangoku first episode. Something about episode 1, it just nailed all the themes, whether it be the romance, you know, the drama with him being single and, you know, the responsibility that he has to, you know, become like the head of this fucking family and have descendants, you know, this girl who might have, you know, other like, I'm not gonna spoil it, but just, I think episode 1 was very concise and nailed home all the strong parts of this series. The bizarre comedy, the romance and some actual like writing depth of what it means to actually love. Great episode.
Family playbook with another assassin comedy, this time with a romance twist. See, you've got an assassin who's been forced to produce an heir, and he teams up with the world's biggest marriage swindler to find him a suitable partner, and honestly, this was just solid fun with some great action and wacky comedy. But we already know how this is gonna go. She's gonna end up setting up with some ladies, he goes on some dates, but I mean, just look at her, man. He's eventually gonna fall in love with her, they'll have this will they, won't they between them, and then it'll end up with them having sweet, sweet babies, cause let's be real, King Arthur couldn't pull me out of this.
Huh?
Well, I mean, boys, it's
No, I have a theory that like this is actually a woman instead though, because like we saw her cock. Well, he saw her cock. She came out of the bath and showed him the cock, but that cock could have been a cock implant. You know what I mean? Like you never know. They could be fucking getting you again. But if he does end up just leading on all these different girls, he goes on dates and then ends up being with the femboy at the end, that would be something.
2026, we gotta respect great bakers, cause remember, cake is cake even if it's banana flavored. Anyway, what's next?
Cox.
I'm gonna skip this part because of really annoying copyright stuff. Rooster Fighter, definitely would check it out. Fucking crazy anime about a chicken that's fighting these titans. The first episode, what a fucking episode. Bro started by fucking a girl and leaving and saying, I'm too Sigma for this. Say that they came back only to see a big black chicken cucking him, and he said, it is what it is, and leaves. I'm not even lying. I'm literally saying the truth right now.
Oh no! Then we go from Cox of the North Star inspired show to the actual Fist of the North Star remake.
Okay. Why are they so like trying to do CG no matter what with these? I don't get it. Like it feels like it's not the first time either. Why do they keep trying to push CG on projects like this?
Say that again.
Ah yes, one of the most legendary anime franchises of all time. Hawk Tuo no Ken.
Oh please no. Oh come on bruh.
There's a new anime about opera school, which is the first time I've seen anime tackle that topic. Oh hey, a series exploring what it's like.
Underrated. Dark Horse show of this season. Genuinely another like, I think this is also very ambitious. If you've watched Monogatari, if you've seen Shiboyugi, that French film shit, you know, the way that they do its cuts, it's kind of like that. But the story, so relevant and so relatable to me as a content creator, as to deal with like mental health of streamers who are getting too caught up in popularity and clout and the parasocial relationship that forms with their audience and the toxicity of it. I think that Need a Girl Overdose actually is goated. Like this shit came out of nowhere. I thought it was just gonna be some random cash grab off of the main game, but nah, like the director that's directing this is going fucking all out, and their artistic ambitions I think are being realized, and not many people are aware of it. Y'all need to watch this shit.
Like being a fan of VTubers. Wonder what they will have to say.
It gets so real.
I'm conflicted about this one. On one hand, from a production standpoint, this is one of the most visually interesting with some of the most genuinely unique direction in the entire season, tackling the topic of the darker side of online influencers, which is a theme that is right up my alley. But on the other hand, damn. This has the subtlety of a Sawano drop. This is what it's like following a cast of walking Google Dockies. Like, I see the vision. It flip-flops between showing shades of being the perfect blue or lane of streaming, but sometimes it's just missing that nuance to make its messaging hit, and ends up reading more like some Facebook mom post about social media with the caption, images that make you think. Have you ever found your kid snorting his iPhone? I'm gonna give this one a few more episodes, but I'm hoping it doesn't get even more in-your-face edgy, or it's actually gonna want to make me die. That was a joke, guys.
It is edgy. I think it's edgy enough. I don't think it's being that performative either. I think that the story is handling itself really well, especially to the backstory of Ame. Like that episode was fucking nuts. The way that like we see this poor girl who was just set up to fail. No one's there, and she copes by creating this other persona, kawaii angel, that's gonna save her because it's such a sad life. And she goes on to manipulate other men, right? Just like how her mom did. And then utilizes that to kill her opponents. Like, it was fucking crazy backstory episode. Now, I wonder how they're going to really tie it all in, right? I think the way that it's been set up has been really cool. And the way that they also have the three other, streamer group, the Kazamarov, group. And they're really building them up greatly. And it's been kind of slowing down. But but the main character is still this. And how she's going to, handle this mental health shit. She's clearly unstable. And Pichan is the only thing keeping her there. I think it's gonna probably end with her dying. But like so far, the way that they handle this anime, very it does feel like I'm 14 and it's deep, but I don't think it's just like empty random wow this is deep moments. I think that the messaging is subliminal and it's very like there, and with enough media literacy I think you could actually appreciate this and watch this rather than thinking, oh my god, this is such performative slop. Like I don't watch this and think like, this just feels very like cheap and you're just like doing this to like seem deep. There are definitely lines being spammed here and there talking about, you know, the reality of the world and how, you know, hey, wake up sheep, you're in the 9-to-5 matrix and all that. But genuinely, I think this anime is cooking. I'm excited to see how it like ends.
Even more in your face edgy, or it's actually gonna want to make me die. That was a joke, guys. It's a joke. I'm not being serious. There's nothing anime could ever show me that would actually make me consider dying.
What's this? Ew. Brother, ew. Why? Why? The fuck?
Okay, actually, except just in time for the HBO remake, we got
The Classroom of a Black Cat and a Witch. She's sniffing cat ass? Why?
Harry Potter and the Black Anus. You know what? Sure, we can talk about this basically being the Princess and the Frog, except French kissing some cat's balls. But honestly, I was equally shocked to see a genuine, by the handbook, old school panty shot in the big 2-6. Like for real, I saw this and flinched like a veteran watching war movies or a kid.
Yeah, that shit doesn't happen anymore. Why? Well, it's just like the age of censorship and trying to make anime appeal to a wider audience, and I guess flashing, you know, middle school, high school girls' panties with a camel toe line in there. It's just not gonna pass in this current decade. You watch some of the animes in 2000s though, it was pretty fucking crazy.
Watching war movies or a kid hearing 6-7. See, if you want to go down the edgy route, you gotta fully commit to not giving a shit. Like, how about a power system?
I think this anime is so fucking garbage. The only reason this had any motion was because of Shota Hitler. People are like, whoa, you get to like use talents of your past lives, and Hitler was like kind of hyped up of like, that's kind of a crazy concept, right? Like how shocking. The pacing of this is so dog shit. Like, I love the edginess. I genuinely love the edginess, but the storytelling and the pacing, especially that like that girl's backstory about how she was an orphan and the dojo master took her in and then she just ended up retiring him. Like, what the fuck was that? It's just the character motivations. The more I thought about this anime, I was like, this shit is actually hot trash. I had to drop it.
Where you slit your throat to summon historical figures of the past, where
the action sequences though, right? The key animation and the action sequences are pretty decent. The background art I fucking hate though. It's just like weird. You just have to see.
Where you slit your throat to summon historical figures of the past, where power scalers can finally settle the debate
of
who would win in a battle royale between Albert Einstein, Isaac Newton, Pol Pot, and
Hitler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's Fate Stay Reich, Unlimited War Crimes. And then we have a new show called Ghost Concert from the guys behind Symphogear that has given us another music anime with more great animation and action.
Whoa.
Finally, the 12 Symphogear fans can finally start recommending the show to
nobody. So Symphogear, huh? Very, very niche. The production value looks amazing here though. It looks like this is also a passion project.
Finally start recommending the show to the same 12 Symphogear fans. Aaron the Southpaw. Here's an interesting one. The original creator himself has come out to personally say he funded a small portion of this anime, which unsurprisingly has my respect. The mark of a true artist making a story about,
I mean, he'd know, right, about Ban.
what it feels like getting into the world of art and the struggles of being a full-time artist. Let's see what this series has to say. Are you doing okay, bro?
No, he's not.
Just last season, we had Freeren, sentenced to be a hero. Now we're getting more ReZero, Slime, and Mushoku Tensei is just around the corner.
Summer.
I don't think it's a reach to say that fantasy anime is going through a goddamn golden age
Which Atelier, put that shit up.
right now, and yet, despite all of these heavyweights duking it out, somehow there is still space for one more juggernaut to enter the ring.
What the fuck? Freeren's fucking up Subaru. Hell yeah, my favorite Jewish psyop, Israeli-funded Benjamin Netanyahu personally signed off on this to bring the downfall of Japan from within, because this is backed by Kodansha and the United Nations, whatever article that is trying to promote, you know, women inclusivity and more female mangaka needs to girl power, and now this is evil. When I say this shit, you're probably thinking, what did you just say? But I need you to understand that people on Twitter actually believe this, and it is the most deranged, crazy shit I've ever fucking seen. It's just actually crazy what kind of like freaks and just animals exist there. Like, not even trying to be ironic. They're not even trying to like be sarcastic. They fully believe this.
Witch Hat Atelier is a series that stands toe-to-toe with the best the genre has given us recently. But what sets it apart? Frieren presents you with such an emotionally poignant tale that has the power to change you for the better. Dungeon Meshi builds a world that feels so alive and connected on such an intricate level, and
the world building glaze for Dungeon Meshi is something else, and I can't wait to find out for myself if it's actually that good. Witch Hat Atelier, I think, stands, you know, like it basically separates it from Freedom, because Witch Hat Atelier, I think, is actually trying to be more combat oriented, or at least more about like the actual intricacies and mechanics of magic, forbidden magic, and this whole like history of, you know, people trying to erase the memories and what magic truly is. And it's like, it feels like there is a natural progression and what to expect, while Freedom is, we're just hanging out, right? It's just passage of time and just living in the current moment.
And while Witch Hat is no slouch in either of those, the aspect it stands on a class of its own is its approach to magic. Magic by design is not typically something we're meant to comprehend. We see its effects, we see the broad strokes, but for the most part, magic remains exactly that. Magical, some fantastical concept beyond our understanding. But what if it wasn't? Witch Hat presents us with a magic system that brings a sense of tangibility I've not seen before in fantasy anime. At its core, it's a system a child could understand, and
just draw books, and that's right. A system that a child could understand. And that's why the brim caps are going around giving bomb instruction manuals on kids, like, hey kid, you can make a bomb too, here it is. And kids are like, wow, it's so cool, I'm gonna start tracing, and boom!
Child could understand, and they do. Crafting a system that's so beautifully simple to grasp, you could start inventing your own spells in this universe. Yet as the series goes on, you begin to realize how infinitely complex it is to fully master magic.
It is a very, I mean, is the mechanics that deep though? You just draw. And like the magnitude and the direction, there's some fun things to customize that, right? But I think it is gonna get actually pretty, like, it's a simple concept, but I think they can do a lot with it. Even like having half circles, right? Just connect by shoes or whatever. That's pretty fascinating. The whole concept of having these seals on your body too being forbidden magic, like we need to see more applications of that. I feel like we're just seeing the tip of the iceberg, and I'm underestimating this, you know, the actual mechanics. I hope they go sweaty with it. And not only that, right? They talk about like obviously beyond proportion and symmetry and overall how good these circles look, right? They also talk about like different types of ink, different, you know, fabrics and mediums. You don't have to just use paper. There's different ways to use said spells. And of course, forbidden magic, right? I think a lot of people are very hyped about forbidden magic and what the brim cap's all about. And Kifri, if you just look at Kifri, this character is literally just riddled with darkness. Just look at his design. It's black and white, everything about it. Black compression top, white pants, black monocle on the side, white lens. You saw darkness from him too. And he actually hypes me up a lot. I hope to see more about like his backstory and why he is so just locked in to figure out what the brim caps are doing no matter what.
At its core, it's a system a child could understand, and they do. Crafting a system that's so beautifully simple to grasp, you could start inventing your own spells in this universe.
Yeah.
Yet as the series goes on, you begin to realize how infinitely complex it is to fully master magic. It's just another tool in this world. So what kind of world would evolve if the only thing stopping everyone from using it is the knowledge to do so? Every conflict, every character motivation, every beautiful and terrifying moment stems from these foundations. From the groundwork it lays, it tells a tale that will change the way you think about magic in a fantasy setting. Some of the production values of this just seem out of this world.
Yes. I don't think it's false to say this might be the best produced anime in terms of animation power, right? Remember, production value isn't just animation. There are many different elements to it, right? But when I just like look at some of the key animation happening in this, especially episode, what was it, 5? Basically the one where Keyfree showed up to save the day. That was like Bug Films. Bug Films can do it. Bug Films absolutely can do it. Their track record's a bit shaky because of Zom 100, if you remember that anime, and the production issues behind the scheduling, right? But even then, Zom 100 first episode was stunning too. Bug Films is now definitely in my head as like, if I see that name, again, it's not just because it's a studio that's going to be amazing. Just look at an anime like Lara Game right now, which is Studio Madhouse. You would never think it's a Madhouse anime and compare it to Freerun, right? Obviously because different production lines, outsourcing, yada yada. But Bug Films and the way that they made this anime, it's like, wow, they can do it. They are an elite studio. This is probably one of the best produced animes of this season. Doesn't mean it's the best, but I would be comfortable saying it competes for one of the best.
You got this animation, you got the composer of the Souls franchise doing the music. But that's the thing, this is just the bar now for highly anticipated franchises like this. Jujutsu Kaisen, Freerun, it's kind of hard now for new series without this level of hype to creep up and rival this level of quality.
Yeah, at the end of the day, flashy, fast-moving, dynamic animation is going to capture more people's attention, and those, it's going to be prioritized to the series that's going to have more potential to do that, right? That's why Battle Shonen really appeals a lot. You're not going to see this type of like quality in like random niche isekai, right? And if you do, damn, you're fucking lucky. I think Re:Zero and Mushoku Tensei definitely has an edge. Re:Zero, I think, is getting a bit better in terms of like key animation moments, right? It's definitely the Vincent Chancellor moment was so fucking amazing, and Mark Hamill being a part of the project and being able to network and get him on in the season 4, it's going to be really cool too. But Kagurabachi, you can clearly see how the industry thinks about like what is going to be the next generational anime that brings everyone in, right? And I think that like Kagurabachi, man, that is gonna be like the next big thing. And Cygames, man, look out for that.
But things might be about to change, because I've heard rumors there could be this one show, a new show that has seemingly come out of nowhere and has gotten the Japanese animation industry quaking. Some say that with the staff members
Reggie,
it could eclipse some of the best work that Studio Mappa, UFO Table, and Kyoto Animation has been able to achieve in the industry. And
oh, Mappa, UFO Table, and KyoAni. And you know what? Yeah, those are elite, absolutely fucking elite studios
in the industry. And guys, I was actually lucky enough to get a sneak peek that I can now share with all of you.
What? He's me. He loves this. I think it's funny too. He fucking loves playing the In the Pool soundtrack. But Rent a Girlfriend cuts instead.
Get a sneak peek that I can now share.
The soundtrack is so good.
Can we get much higher?
That's right, baby. 5 seasons strong. Rent a Girlfriend is back. We're here saving.
Does he actually read Rent a Girlfriend or watch it? Does he actually consume it, or is he just LARPing? Either way, I do think it's actually really cool that this anime is like that. And I think an anime like Rent a Girlfriend for me is Date Alive. And what I'm talking about here is not like the story substance of like the end-tier romance, but like niche series, cult-like following. And you would never think that this is gonna continue, but it keeps doing it. You know what I mean? It's like very like everyone, like this is not like generational anime, but it will make generational like fucking like drama, I guess, for people talking about it. It's cool to see projects that are beloved by a cult-like audience, and they're not the biggest, but they are so fucking loud and vocal, and the people that have their hands on the project continues to pump this shit out. Rent a Girlfriend motion, it's real, man.
Anime with this one.
The wine piece is real.
Hey guys, hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you very much this month too. Author Curtis XD.
Yo, shoutouts to the Patreons on that. So please go check out this small up-and-coming YouTuber Gigguk, right? With your help, maybe he can get to 4 million subs. But before we end it, I just kind of want to give you like what I think are really amazing this season. And you know what? Maybe this could be good enough right over here. This is a nice website that gives you like schedules of anime happening. So on Mondays, we're watching Lara Game and Witch at Atelier. Lara Game, Gigguk didn't really talk about it. I think this is a very fun anime, but if you care about good-looking anime, you're not gonna like this. The story is the mind game stuff. It is really fun to watch. It's honestly turned into a comedy anime at this point. Witch at, nothing needs to say. It's fucking elite. Go watch it. On Tuesdays, we're watching Kuranika, Marriage Toxin, and Rib, Reincarnation. Again, very ambitious isekai, nothing like you've ever seen. Marriage Toxin, fully recommend that if you're into that JoJo's humor and like this romance battle shonen stuff going on. And this is your, high school rom-com, mid of the season. But it's not. It's actually really dramatic and juicy, and I definitely recommend. ReZero, one of my favorite animes. Go check it out. It's taking its time to cook. Don't expect like world-blowing fucking experiences right off the gate. Let it burn slowly in the background. Debate, we dropped that shit. Rent a Girlfriend, it is what it is. Coat would recommend, but again, it's like in season 4. It's like you're watching or you're not, right? Barbarian's wife. So this anime, I'm surprised Gigguk didn't talk about it. I thought that he'd make a joke about the Barbarian BBC. This is okay. It's honestly turning very mid though. The pacing after the first episode is kind of tragic, and nothing really is happening other than just like hanging out at the village, and it's alright, but maybe I wouldn't recommend that as much. This anime, I wouldn't recommend. It's a fucking dumpster fire garbage. And then on Fridays, sorry. Lovey-dovey vanilla romance, right? Angel Next Door. Go ahead if you want that. Tensura, if you're an isekai enjoyer, you should be watching Tensura. On Fridays, Ascendance of a Bookworm, right? Slow building civilization isekai. Iruma-kun, I think that the shonen element, it's a very, watching this somehow feels nostalgic. I don't know how to explain it. I love this series, but definitely would recommend the manga, to be honest, over the anime. Kill Blue. Gigguk didn't talk about this. So this is another shonen anime. It's okay. Mid Blue maybe? It's still fun to watch. Needy Girl Overdose, fun. Akane Banashi, if you're into the Rakugo stuff, go ahead, I guess, right? And then on Sundays, we're watching, Yomi no Sky, of course. Absolutely recommend this. And then on Sundays, to wrap it up, Nippon Sangoku and Wistoria. Wistoria, super hype action, standard, nothing too crazy, right? This plot's getting a bit mysterious, I guess, with like what's going on with, Will's backstory and stuff like that. But you're watching this for like the shonen hype moments, and I think it's delivering on that. It definitely did recently. And Nippon Sangoku, if you're into the politics, the mind games, right, the drama, political warfare, and again, just amazingly directed anime. Check this out. This season, it's pretty damn strong, and I can't wait for the next one. See you next time. Bye-bye.